Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field for Greater Boston League Boys Soccer. Last game of the season for Lynn Classical. Having a rough go. They've lost some really tough games. They've won 4 and tied 4, and one of the few times they're not going to go to the state tournament. Chelsea, on the other hand, they beat English here. They're looking for a sweep here at Manning Field. And they're also looking to get a spot in the state tournament. Chelsea is 7-6-2. And they play an odd stretch of games. They told me they have one more game, which means they would play 17. But if they lose or tie today, they would have to get at least a tie in their next game to qualify for the state tournament. And they would be way down in the rankings. But their season would go on. For Classical, this is their last game. Booted to the near side. They had to try and save it. And Chelsea knocks it deep. Goes off the head of Gadinas. Milutinovic is the head coach for Chelsea. Eric Moreno Jr. Go boots it away. Seems like yesterday we had the city tournament. We were just getting started. Now, English boys and girls have played their last games. Classical boys are playing their last game here. The girls will play their last regular game. They made the tournament. They'll play their last game Saturday morning. St. Mary's boys have got one more left, and that's Saturday. They're going to the tournament. That will be their last game Saturday, so it's winding down. And even the football season's winding down because we're down to the last regular season game for football. And we're moving into tournament action with the football teams. Classical boys basketball right on the bubble. They were 16, but they got a tough game coming up against Everett. English making a comeback. On a winning streak. St. Mary's obviously in a tournament. They can get a share of the Catholic Central League Championship with a win Saturday. Lynn Tech, I'm not sure. Lynn Tech, I think they're probably on the bubble. Tech boys soccer team will make the tournament, but they're probably on the road, and if you're on the road, you have no idea where you'll play. I mean, it could be out of state the way the schedule is going now. Back and forth we go, trying to get possession. Blocked by by Classical. And Classical knocks it deep. Looking for a break. They knock it deep again, but the goaltender was all the way out to the 20-yard line. I think Classical thought, I might have a breakaway because the goalie is back in the net, but the goalie is out around the 20-yard line, and he was able to easily get to the ball first and clear it away. Haskell tips it ahead. They get by the defense, and then they get knocked down. And they get knocked down again. Boy, they're letting them play a little bit. That was Jose Anthony Corral. He got knocked down twice. They didn't call either one. Chelsea trying to walk in. Dunn gets there and breaks it up. From long range, they take the shot. Alvarez able to make the save. Santos Emmanuel Alvarez in net for Glasgow. Dalen Yanis in net for Chelsea. Corral trying to knock it to the middle. Broken up by Chelsea. Someone got a head on it, but they knocked it wide, almost out of play. There's another body going down. No call again. This being the last game of the season, if they don't start calling these things, we could have a problem as this game wears on. If people keep getting knocked down, they're going to try and take somebody with them. Corral got broken up, and they knock it all the way back to Yanis. And now they finally call one, and it will be Chelsea getting the free kick. They're 1 for 5 in takedowns, the referees. Angel Rosales boots it in. Haskell takes it away. And now they call that takedown. So Glasgow, I think, will get the kick just outside midfield. I think it'll be Halimi. Elzon Halimi finishing up an outstanding career at Link Glasgow. He's one of their better scorers, outstanding defenders. He drilled that a long way. And the goalie came out and knocked it away with a Glasgow player right in his lap. They knock it deep, looking for a break. Halimi hustles back and stops Chelsea from getting to the ball. Glasgow takes it away. Pass blocked and taken away. Glasgow gets it back. Upfield. Chelsea just got a foot it, knocked it away, and now looking for a break, headed away. That's Halimi again with the header. And he just gave a yellow card to a Chelsea player. I don't know if he said something or did something, but they flashed the yellow card and he has to go to the sideline. Only goes out for a second or two, he can come right back, but the problem would be if you get too many of those, if you pile up yellow cards, you're automatically eliminated from the state tournament. Halimi will kick it away. Oscar got a head on it. Corral trying to keep it alive. Upfield by Chelsea, they collect. Classical takes it away. Lead pass. And Giannis took a chance. He came all the way up to the 10-yard line, a long way to his left. If Classical came up with that loose ball, they would have had a wide open net to throw it in. Chelsea throws it ahead. They're trying to save it. It goes out of play. Alimi knocks it upfield. They give it back. Taken away, almost taken away. Dunn got it back, hustling. I think he thought they were going to kick it upfield, and they kicked it to him. Oscar will get the throw in just inside midfield. And Chelsea knocks it into the Classical bench area. And they knocked it off Classical. So nobody's really come close to testing either goalie. Trying to push it deep. Chelsea's still going. He knocked it. Dunn picked it off. Corral pushing it up. Has to give it back. Oscar knocked it loose. And they get it to Corral on the near side. Trying to push it up. Gives it back to Mendez. It got taken away. They throw it deep. Dunn is there to knock it away. Glasgow kept it in. And we got a knockdown. Halimi will get another free kick. This one coming just outside the 20-yard line. Now they put it at the 20-yard line. From the far side, a little bit of an angle. Not a bad day. Blue sky, no clouds. After all the rain and fog and drizzle we had for the last couple of days, the sun is back out for a nice day, but there's a breeze. I mentioned it goes Moreno. I said, if it kicks the ball high in the air, it's going to blow right back in your face, because it was strong down on the field. Broken up by Chelsea. And he knocked it deep. So again, back and forth, Chelsea will knock it out right at midfield. So right about now, the ball's being played between the 20-yard lines. Nobody's really getting deep in either end. And it's going to skip out of bounds. Again, the kick went way wide left. I mentioned Coach Eric Moreno. I have to say Eric Moreno Jr. because Eric Moreno Sr. is the coach of Lynn Tech. Long lead pass. Mendez there just tips it back, and Alvarez kicks it away. Tip to Corral, coming down the near side. Pushes it ahead. Gets it back, pushes it again. Foot race. And here's the goalie again. Giannis. Klasko looked like they had another break. Giannis came way out of the net. And he boots it away. I think it was Mayen that was the second time he almost had a breakaway that Giannis came out and got to it first. Knocked away from behind nicely by Klasko. And we got a Chelsea player knocked down. Chelsea will get the free kick from right around the 30-yard line. Slight angle to the left. Sets up that picket fence. They get it back to the middle for the shot, and they drill it wide right. They didn't take the shot initially. They pushed it over to the middle to get a better shot, and they got the good shot. They drilled it, but they sliced it way wide right and out of play. Chelsea takes it away, blocked by Klasko. They take it away from Corral. He blocked the would-be shot of pass. Klasko coming back, pushing it to that far side. Bodies go down. And the ball goes out off Chelsea. I think they called it contact against Chelsea because it's going to be another kick for Halimi. It went off the Chelsea head. He got a little, it still went wide left, not as far wide left. Chelsea went up and got a head on it, knocked it out. Klasko will get the first corner kick. Loose, Klasko got a foot on it, blocked, then they kicked it off the side of the net. It was loose. Nobody could get in touch with it at all. Klasko bounced up almost waist high. They tried to kick it, almost knee it in. Missed it. And when they finally got a foot on it, they kicked it to the side of the net. So they're all over the net, but couldn't get it on the net. And Chelsea boots it long and deep. Way back in the Classical end. Halimi tried to knock it to the side. He knocked it off one of his players. I think he knocked it off Mendez. And it deflected to the goaltender. And now Chelsea's going to get caught for touching it, sitting on it, laying on it. Halimi boots it away. And it gets knocked out with a header by Chelsea. De Leon with the throw-in. And we got a push or a shove against Chelsea, and Halimi will get to do it again, this time from the near side, a little bit closer, still a tough angle, but he's just about at the 15-yard line. So Halimi having to use that left foot quite often here in the first half. A scoreless first half, Chelsea and Classical. Knocked away by Chelsea. Classical takes the kick back, put it right in the middle of the net. I think that was done. And Giannis made the two-handed catch. It goes out of play at the Chelsea bench area. Classical put it quickly in play. So still back and forth. Nobody really getting any opportunity at all to even close to putting it in the net. Classical had that mayhem in front of the net that they couldn't get a foot on it. Dunn had that one shot that Giannis made the save, an easy save from long range. Chelsea picks off the pass. And Dunn hustles back and knocks it out. From long range, little ground ball, like a ground ball to shortstop. Alvaro was able to handle it easily. It was right in the middle of the net, but he had a clear view at it and just bounced right into his midsection. So any of the shots by either team on net have been easy saves for both goaltenders. And there haven't been that many. De Leon will put it in play. Headed away by Chelsea. Deflected a couple of times. Back to Mendez. Tipped it ahead. Nothing but white shirts there. They give it back to Giannis, and he boots it away. Haskell trying to kick it upfield. They kicked it sideways. Haskell just missed tipping it by. If they tipped it by that defender, they were going to walk in. That knocks it down. Gives it to the near side. Mendez with a couple of nice moves. And Haskell bangs it off Chelsea. They keep it in. They center it. Glasgow got a head on it and knocked it away from the net. And then Glasgow gets a piece of it again and knocks it away. And they kept it in play. They tip it to the near side. Chelsea trying to center it. They kicked it high and wide, way out of play, going over to the scoreboard. They give it to Halimi to knock upfield. Chelsea knocks it back. Halimi knocks it away. And Chelsea knocks it out of play. So back and forth we go. Still no score here in this Greater Boston League boys soccer game. Knocking it deep, heading it away. Chelsea looking to get it. Get knocked back. Can't get the shot off. They knock it way to the far side and gets headed out by Classical. Trying to line up a shot. It got partially blocked and just rolled in to Alvarez. He makes the easy save. Just as they were taking a shot, Classical just got a piece of it. And it just trickled into Alvarez, who boots it away. I still can't believe he kicked that ball almost 60 yards. And Rosales from Chelsea just nonchalantly headed it back about 20 yards. That's got to give you a headache. I don't know how many concussions have been brought on by heading the ball quite a few times. They outlawed it for a while. You might be able to hear all that screaming and yelling. I believe it's still Pop Warner. I don't know, because they don't get any advertising in the paper at all. The young kids play football. They're kids now in their football uniforms. I know they were thinking, or they did start a flag football league for the young kids, 10 years old, 10 or 12, but that might be them. But there's a whole bunch of football players, young football players here, and a few cheerleaders as well. That's what all that yelling and screaming is about. We got a whistle for contact against, I didn't see the contact against Glasgow, but just outside the 10-yard line for a little bit of a right angle. Chelsea's going to get a free kick. Alvarez got a piece of it, but I think it was already out. It sliced to the right, so they won't get a corner kick. I thought maybe they might get a corner kick with Alvarez knocking it out, but it was already out when he touched it. Good hard shot by Garcia. Chelsea gets around, still with it. went out off Classical, I think. Trying to center it, gets knocked away by the defense of Classical. Blocked again by Classical. Hit to the far side. All of a sudden the lights are on here at Meeting Field. We don't really need them right now, but they're on. Probably for later. I think they come on a timer. Classical get a foot, knocked it away, and they knock it further away. Corral down the near side. Chelsea kept it in the Classical end for a while. Mendez put it in play. He gets it back, and Classical got knocked down. They took Viveros down. And Hulimi will exercise that left foot again. Just outside the 40-yard line from the near side. Substitute for Chelsea. Gets it deep, and Chelsea heads it away. And they knock it deep. Chelsea trying to knock it deeper. Broken up by Classical. Tip it back deep. Chelsea will try to knock it deep, looking for a break. Halimi gets a head on it and knocks it away. Classical kept it in play. And Chelsea right back at it, knocking it deep. Trying to center it. Trying to get it out of the corner. Deflected out in front, cleared away by the defense. Chelsea keeping it alive, trying to get a foot on it. They finally get the shot, and it goes past the net, high, wide, and out of play. Scoreless so far in the first half. Greater Boston League Boys Soccer. Classical, their last game of the season. Chelsea has one more as the pass slips by everybody. Chelsea has an opportunity to go to the tournament. Classical does not. Been a tough year for the Rams. They had some tough games. Ties that could have been a win, but they had a goal scored late against them. They had other games where they were just shy of getting a win. With some good teams. Somerville's a good team. Chelsea's a good team. Medford is a good team. The GBL boys division is tough. Glasgow will get a corner kick. We haven't too many of these coming from the near side. Kick long. Chelsea boots it away. Glasgow try to control it. Chelsea takes it away. And he knocked it out. The same. Glasgow knocked it out. Corral with it. Tips it ahead. Glasgow trying to get around. Still trying to get a shot off. Mendez slices it right in the middle. It skips by everybody. Giannis almost lost it. I would have given Glasgow the corner kick, but he just kept it in bounds. And he boots it long and deep again. Takes a big hop. Halimi reaches his foot in and knocks it away. And Glasgow coming back. Again, back and forth we go. I'll keep it in your end for a while. You keep it in my end for a while. Alvarez came out. They got a shot. They banged it right into Alvarez. They reached around the defender, got a foot on it. And now they blew the whistle. Glasgow put it down with the free kick, but it didn't come from where they were taking it. And they're going to bring it back. They knock it deep. Alvarez is there to grab it. Popping it up down the far side. Glasgow trying to get there. Chelsea will knock it out, and they made sure it wasn't a corner kick. They knocked it to the sideline. We're down to the last 2 minutes with the clock running. Scoreboard clock is off. The officials now keep track of it. Corral gets it to the middle. Glasgow can't get a shot off. Now they get the shot off and it goes wide right and out of play. So both teams have put shots on net, but they've been from long range with easy saves. There haven't been that many, but they've been bouncing ground balls or right to the goaltender. They haven't had to make what would be considered a goal-scoring save. They blow the whistle, I think, and that's going to do it for the half. So we end the half the way we began the half, dead even. It's Classical in their last game of the season, 0. Chelsea 0 at halftime. Here we go. We have a half left. Let's see if somebody can score a goal. It got really, with the sun going down, it almost got in the shade, in the shadows out in the field. It was bright for a while. The lights haven't taken effect yet because it's still bright daylight. And it almost looked like, they looked like shadows down on the field. Classical has to give it back. Can't really get going. Neither team has really got any real offense going. Chelsea picks off the pass, pushing it down, getting it to the middle. Halimi broke it up. And shot got blocked, goes out of play. Chelsea will get it down deep as the sun gets really bright now when you look to the left, waiting for that sun to go down. Somebody made contact. They're going to give, I couldn't see it with that sun blinding me, but they're going to get a free kick just inside the 10-yard line from a tough angle. And you get too much foot. Knocked it high, wide, and out of play. Classical put it back in play quickly, and they bring it up to the Chelsea end. Looking for a break. Classical walking in. They take the shot. It got blocked. They could have taken the shot earlier. They waited too long to take the shot. They were breaking in. They were wide open. They had a chance to take the shot. They tried to get a little closer. Chelsea got a piece and knocked it away. That's Classical's best scoring opportunity, and they let it slide. It skips past. They knock it ahead. They knock it ahead again. They punched it in. Giannis made the save, but I think they called him offside. Halimi knocks it away. The pass from Angel was behind everybody. They tip it ahead. Chelsea was way offside. The only good thing about the shade taking over and people being like shadows is that we can now read the scoreboard. Glasgow will kick it away. And they boot it deep. Headed by Chelsea. It got knocked up field by Mayen. And knocked out by Classical. Headed away by Mayen. Went off the head of Malara. And Dunn knocked it upfield. To the near side. Pushed up by Chacon. Chelsea knocks it deep. Dunn got a couple of heads on it. They knock it to the near side. Chelsea will keep it in play, trying to get around the defense. Blocked and knocked out. Haskell knocks it out again. Almost impossible to see looking to the left with that bright sunshine. It wasn't a problem in the first half, but now it's moved over and down. And the only thing we do is wait till it sinks down below the trees over at Pine Grove so we can see to the left. Still no score in this Greater Boston League game. Knocked away by Klasko. Chelsea tips it and collects. And trying to knock it deep. Trying to knock it to the far side. That's a tough pass to make, but it went through. Corral pushing it up. Glasgow got almost tackled. Now they did blow the whistle. I thought they weren't going to blow it. They got tackled at the 40-yard line. It took a couple of seconds to blow the whistle. And Halimi will get the kick from right around the 40-yard line. Right at the 40-yard line from an angle from the far side. Gets it up out in front. It got tipped, but it got tipped away. Giannis come out to get it, couldn't. And then it got tipped, and now Chelsea knocks it out. Off ahead, Klasko. She knocks it back. Dunn knocks it upfield. Blocked by Chelsea. They knock it deep. Looking to get around. Walking in. Blocked. And they knock it home. Alvin Mendez finally gets it in. He walked in. Initially it got blocked. He got it back, and he knocked it home, and Chelsea takes a 1-0 lead. Their first real good scoring opportunity they take advantage of. He made a great rush, got in close. Got blocked initially and just stayed with it and knocked it home. And Chelsea grabs a 1-0 lead. A win today would be huge for Chelsea because if they win, they would go 8-6-2. So regardless of whether they win or lose their last game, they'd be over the 500 mark and probably going to the state tournament. tried to squeeze through 3 defenders, and they took it away. And they knock it deep. Chelsea looking to get there. And they called them offside, I think. That sun is just about setting, so we should be able to see now. As Halimi bangs it away. They tip it by. That looked like they were offside again. But they let it go, and they just got tipped ahead, and Alvarez just grabbed it. Look at Classical ahead. We mentioned some tough games they just came up short on. Games they could have won, but last minute tie. Defensively, the Rocks have been done. And Halimi, along with Gerdier and Godinez, Halimi will get to kick it away. So Chelsea finally breaks the tie, and Glasgow now has to make a comeback as Chelsea heads it away. And they take it away. They push it too far. Glasgow knocked it away and cleared it away. And then Chelsea knocked it out. Substitution for Glasgow first. The official was talking to Coach Moreno. I'm not sure what that was about. Glasgow has to knock it back. They haven't really penetrated the defense. Chelsea has been very good. He knocks it deep. It skips by. Chelsea with a chance. And they were going. He can't believe he did it. Going downfield, going from right to left, and he had a swing, take a shot at it with his left foot. And when he did, he knocked it wide off to the right side. Knocked out. Chelsea will get the throw in. Blocked. Chacon got it ahead. And Chelsea picks it off. They knock it deep. Giannis is there to knock it away. And Glasgow knocks it back upfield. And Chelsea get taken down. They'll get the free kick right around midfield. they're having trouble getting inside that white wall of Chelsea. They get it up over midfield, but they're having trouble getting it inside the 20-yard line. Block, Glasgow looking to get there, just knocked away. There's the defense hustling again. Looked like Chacon was going to break through and get a piece. And actually, it was Gerdia. Glasgow with the shot. Knocked it up wide right. He just got a clear, and they drilled it and went over the top crossbar high off to the right side. I think that was Malara. Everybody getting their head on it. They knock it deep. Knocked out by Mendez. Now, this might be a free kick. I think we're talking about somebody pushing off or using a hand. The kick is going to come from just outside the 15-yard line from a tough angle from the near side. They hooked it right to the net. No white shirts could get there before Alvarez played it on a hop, and he boots it away. They knock it deep. And there's that defense of Chelsea again, stepping in and knocking it away. Dunn hustling, able to knock it away. Chelsea gets it back, trying to get around, looking to take the shot. They knocked it up, over, out, off to the left side. Chacon had a bounce off him. They knock it up. Chelsea picks it off. Glasgow just can't get going offensively. They had one good try. And now Alvarez couldn't handle it. He left it right in front of the net. And Chelsea said, "Thank you very much." Christian Najarro gets credit for the goal. Alvarez had it, caught it, dropped it, and was laying right in front of the net, and all Najarro had to do was just tap it with his foot and knock it home. And Chelsea now makes Glasgow's job a lot harder as they lead it 2-0. We mentioned Chelsea's trying to get a sweep. They beat Lynn English here. So they're trying to go 2-0 at Manning Field. And they're just about halfway there. He knocked it behind the Glasgow player. Now the Glasgow gets it, but back checking takes it away. Down that far side, throwing it in front, and Dunn watches it roll, and then they almost tackle. They almost tackle man. Halfway through and counting the second half. It's virtually been all Chelsea because Glasgow hasn't had, they had one opportunity that they could have taken the shot. And now they bang it in again. The lead pass, Alvarez come out to cut down the angle, and they just ripped it by him. Wander DePina. Perfect lead pass. Alvarez come out to cut down the angle, but he had no chance. So unless lightning strikes here, Chelsea's going to get their sweep here at Manning Field. And they're going to creep a little further over 500, picking up their 8th win. Zero at halftime, and then all of a sudden, Chelsea putting a lot of pressure, keeping it in the Glasgow end. Glasgow had one chance. They had an opening when it was 1-0. They had a chance to tie it up. They had a perfect situation for a shot, but they opted to try and get a little closer. And when they did, Chelsea caught up and just got enough of a piece of the shot to knock it away. And they never got the shot on net. Everything they've had has been over the net, away from the net, wide of the net. If they put it on net, Giannis has been able to make easy saves because it's been a ground ball or a one-hopper right into his midsection. But Glasgow has, second half especially, has not generated much offense at all. They haven't put a lot of pressure on Chelsea. They were able to get it up like now, get it into the Chelsea end, but then it comes right back. It doesn't stay in the Chelsea end very long. Glasgow trying to push it up. And Chelsea picks it off. Dunn's clearing. He tried to clear it. It got blocked, but they blocked it with their hand. So Halimi will get another free kick. But a long way away. Headed away by Chelsea. And knocked further by Chelsea. Coming down the near side. Chelsea wins the battle, takes it away. They take the shot. They put it right on net. Stephen Gomez. Rifled it on net. Alvarez made the save at the near post. And Chelsea right back at it. Knocking it down. Well, it sure looked like they were offside. And they knock it home again. It got bounced by. Alvarez couldn't get it. And they just tipped it by him. So, Alvin Mendez gets his second. And it's a 4-0 barrage for Chelsea as they've taken over. They were dead even into the second half, well into the second half. And all of a sudden, Mendez's first goal opened up the floodgates. He's got two. Najaro's got one. And DePina's got one. And again, Classical having a whole lot of trouble. Never mind getting goals, getting shots on net. And this has been the story. They get it up easily into Chelsea territory, but then Chelsea just takes it away and clears it away. They give it back to Giannis. They gave that one away. But they very quickly break it up and clear it away. Upfield is Chelsea again. And done with a little extra two-handed push. Football, that would be pass interference. The kick will come from inside the 20, from the near side, as we got 15 minutes left in this one. Stephen Gomez will take the shot. Chelsea got a head on it, but they knocked it out. They went off the shoulder of one of the Classical players, just got a piece of the would-be scorer. All I could do was get a head on it and tipped it wide right. And Halimi will kick it away. Chelsea takes it away. They give it back to Giannis. And he pops it up. Bounces by everybody. We're going to get contact called against Classical. Very quickly with the kick. Blocked and taken away by Mayen. Chelsea gets it right back and throws it deep. Dunn picks it off. And then Dunn with contact again. Takes another Chelsea player down. He ran over Rosales. Gomez again will take the free kick. Now, just outside the 15-yard line from an angle. They slip it in front. They take the shot. It got blocked. They almost caught Glasgow napping. They didn't kick it deep. Glasgow was back, set up inside the 10, and they kicked it virtually a couple of feet from the free kicker. And he had a wide open space, but then he missed it. It was a nice play they ran. Dunn knocks it away. They head it back. Glasgow heads it out. And we'll have a... I thought we were going to have a Glasgow substitution. And knocked out again by Mayen. They blow the whistle for contact. And Chelsea will get to keep it in the Glasgow end, where it's been most of the time. Glasgow I don't know if they have. If they have, they've only once or twice got inside the 20 in the second half. They haven't not been close. They kick it to the net. It bounces away. Chelsea just kept it in. And it got knocked out by Glasgow. Throwing almost a corner kick, just shy of the corner. Throwing it in. So we'll have substitutions first, and now the throw in. Dunn boots it away. Gomez keeps it in. They tip it to the middle, trying to get a shot. Went wide left. It's been a shooting gallery for Chelsea here in the second half, as we got 10 minutes and counting left. Chelsea just dominated the second half. Dead even after the first half. Neither team did much in the first half. But Chelsea came out. They got a break and got a tip in by Mendez, and that kind of picked them up. And they went on a 4-goal scoring spree to break this one open and put this one away. And again, the only thing that Glasgow can do is they have no problem getting it into Chelsea territory. They just can't get it anywhere near the 20-yard line. And Chelsea brings it right back. Knocking it deep, looking for a break. Knocked away by Halimi. They knock it deep. Glasgow looking to get there. They knock it out in front, and Glasgow knocks it home. Giannis came flying out to try and get it, and they just stuck a foot in front and banged it home. knocked out. They were saying it's almost impossible to pick up the numbers. They were saying that the Glasgow goal was number 10. That would be Halimi. He's usually back on defense. Looking in the press box, the official scorer was given that goal to number 21. Adam Sadid Papamalila. Or Lila. Papamalila. And AD Billy Devon is telling me that he's a senior and that's his first varsity goal. So Glasgow avoids the shutout, but that's about all they're going to do after that 4-goal splurge by Chelsea. But great passing. They threw it out in front, and sitting on the doorstep was Papamalila, and he just banged it home. So the senior can say he scored in his last game. Got his first goal. I guess they said he played JV last year. Now Chelsea trying to knock it upfield. Knocked it out. So we're winding this one down. Chelsea coming back. Nice slide and takeaway by Dunn. He's been outstanding. Back checking knocked it loose, but they got it back and knocked it up over everything and out of play. I think they called him offside anyway. So we're down to the final 5 minutes. The scoreboard clock will be off. Time will be kept by the officials down on the field. And Glasgow's going to finish up their season on a sour note. Glasgow player's down. He's slow. He's getting up. Now he's not getting up. They're waiting for the play to stop at the other end so the trainer can come out. So time winding down here. They battled to a 0-0 tie at halftime. Glasgow finally got some offense going on the goal by Adam Sadid Papamalila. But it was too late because Chelsea had put 4 on the board. Alvin Mendez got them going with a chip from in front, followed by a goal by Christian Naharo. Wanda DePina made it 3-0 on a rocket by Alvarez. And then Mendez got his second to make it 4-0 before Papa Malilla knocked it home for Classical to avoid the shutout. And that's where we are as we wind down this one. Not a lot of time left. And Chelsea leading it 4-1. So that 4-goal splurge by Chelsea and all the pressure they put on until the goal by Classical. Classical didn't get the ball inside the 20-yard line. They would get the ball in Chelsea territory, but it would be brought right back in the Classical end. Giannis waiting for one of the Classical players to show up before he touched it, and he'll kick it away. And he boots it past midfield. They tip it ahead. And the shot goes wide left from long range. The Pop Warner kids have patiently been winning. They were supposed to start like 6:30. This game was almost a half hour late starting. There's been all kinds of problems with the Greater Boston League with the bus schedule, getting teams here to start games on time. They pop it away, and here's Dunn hustling to break it up. Dunn's been a bright light for Classical in this game defensively. Classical will get the throw in. They knock it deep. Chelsea's here to knock it away. And he couldn't save it. Goes out of play. Carlos Ruiz will put it in play for Classical. And he took it away, but they took it away by hitting Mike Macario. They knock it deep. Giannis came way out of the net. He went down. He took a Classical player with him. The ball went out of play. Came way out past the 5-yard line, but way out to the near sideline. Made contact with Classical, and the ball went out of play off Chelsea. Classical will get a corner kick. Just waiting for the official to blow the whistle as they get it in, headed away. Classical trying to line it up for a shot. Couldn't. They get a shot, it gets blocked. Chelsea goes down. Classical trying to keep it alive. And they blow the whistle, and that's going to do it. So it'll be a happy bus ride back to Chelsea. It wasn't much to choose between the two teams. Nobody had any real scoring opportunities in the first half. It ended scoreless. It was like that a few minutes into the second half. Mendez got the first goal, and that was downhill for Classical. He got the first and the fourth. They went on a 4-goal spree before Papa Malilla finally knocked one home for Classical, but too little too late as Chelsea wins it over Classical 4-1. Chelsea will go to 8-6-2. virtually getting into the state tournament. Classical, their last game of the season, they'll finish up 4-9-4 as Chelsea sweeps. They get both wins against English and Classical here at Manning Field. They go 2-0. They win it here with a 4-goal spree. They win it 4-1 over Classical here at Manning Field in this Greater Boston League action. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.